boys and girls. Welcome to Writer's Workshop. There are a couple things that you are going to need for Writer's Workshop today. So I'll go ahead and tell you what those are. I want you to go get them and then come back to this video. So it's okay if you need to pause this video to go get those things, because when you come back, we are going to write together, okay? You are going to need your journal that you can write in, your ABC chart, a pencil to write with, your eraser to use as an eraser spacer, and you might want to get some crayons or something to color with, okay? So once you have all of those things, then you are ready to continue watching this writing video so we can do this together. We are going to do a dictated sentence today, and that means that I am going to write a sentence on my paper, and I am going to dictate it to you, and you are going to write exactly what I am writing onto your paper while I write mine, okay? And the reason that we are doing this is because it's very good practice. It's good practice to do our best handwriting. It's good practice to make sure that as we write a sentence, we put an uppercase letter at the beginning. We put a period at the end for our punctuation. We use spaces between our words, and we do our best to stretch our words out. So this is just a lesson so that we can work on all of those things as writers, okay? Now, the sentence today is going to be, we go in the house. That is what my sentence is going to say. We go in the house. How many words is that sentence? Can you count those out? We go in the house. 5 words, right? You're right, it is 5 words. So we are going to write every single one of those words. Now, like I said, my sentence starts with the word we. So that is the first word that we are going to write, is the word we. Now, when we write, we always write from top to bottom, left to right. So I am going to start at the top of my lines on the left side and write the word we. That is one of the sight words that we have learned. Do you remember what it looks like? It looks like this, we, W-E. And since it's at the beginning of our sentence, we have to make sure we put an uppercase W there. So go ahead and write your uppercase W. And then you're going to need your next letter, which is a lowercase e, we. Make sure your we looks like mine. Just do the best writing that you can. And after you have that, get your eraser spacer and put it right behind that word, okay? This is going to remind us to put our space there. Now, parents, if you have to stop and pause this video because I'm going a little bit too fast for your learner, that is okay. It is okay to pause it and then just start it up again as soon as you're ready. All right, so we have we. Our next word is go. Do you remember what the word go looks like? Can you picture that word in your head? We've talked about that word this week. It looks like this, go. That is the next word that is in our sentence. We go. So I am going to do my best writing and write the word go. These should both be lowercase letters because they are not at the beginning of the sentence or somebody's name. We go. Now I'm ready to jump my eraser spacer. All right, so this is what your paper should look like. You should already have we, your space, and you are writing the word go. The sentence is going to say, we go we go in the house. So I'm ready for my next word, which is the word in. Another word that we have learned. I'll show you what it looks like. In. That is what I'm going to write next. In. The first letter in is that I. Notice how I keep my eraser spacer there? And what is the next letter in the word in? In. Once my word is done, I can jump my spacer. So we go in. This is what your paper should look like. And we're ready for our next word now. Do you remember what it is? The. because our sentence is going to say we go in the house. I'm going to write the word the next. Can you picture the word the? Does anybody remember how to spell it? It looks like this, T-H-E. That is how you write the word the. That's the word that I am going to put next. T, and I make sure that I do my best handwriting so that we can read it. We go in the. Now, I could jump my spacer right here, but I ran out of room. When you run out of room on your line, you have to return sweep to your next line. Do you see that? So I'm actually not going to use this eraser right this second because I'm ready to start writing on my next line for my next word. Let's reread what we have so far so that we can remember what that last word should be. We go in the house. The last word is the word house. Now this is where we are going to need our ABC chart, okay? There is a letter on here that has the h sound. It actually has a picture of a house. Do you see that letter? It's right here. And the reason there's a house on here is because house starts like h, which is the sound that H makes. That tells me we need to write the letter H for the beginning of the word house. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go back to my writing. And we are ready to start writing the word house. So we hear the H, so I'm going to write that first. Now the best way to hear the sounds in a word is to say it very slowly. So let's say the word house very slowly. Say it with me at home. House. What other sounds do you hear besides the h in house? Do you know what I hear next? I hear ah. House. Do you hear the ah, ah? O is the letter that makes that ah sound. So I'm going to go ahead and write my O. Now, kindergartners, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what the next letter is because it's not one that you can hear very well. The next letter in the word house is actually a letter U, but you can't really hear it, okay? Because sometimes words just don't follow the rules, and this is one of those. So we have ow, s. What letter is it that would go there for the s? Can you think of it? What letter would say s? It's right here, isn't it? The letter S. So that is the next letter that we are going to write in the word house. And there's actually an E at the end of this word, but we can't hear him. He doesn't follow the rules that we are learning right now. So let's reread our sentence. This is what your sentence should look like. We go in the house. What do I need at the end of my sentence? A period, right? Because if this is the end of my sentence, I have to put my period, which is just a little dot. Go ahead and put your little dot right there. That lets us know our sentence is over, okay? This is all of the writing that you need on your paper today. We go in the house. Do you see what we still need to add up here? And this blank area is where we have to put a picture. Well, this is important because you need to make sure that your picture matches your words. Well, if our words say, we go in the house, what do you think our picture should be of? It should be of us going in the house, correct? So let's go ahead. This is where you need your crayons. You are going to draw a picture of you and somebody else going in the house. It has to be more than one person since it says we. Now, I'm not going to take a lot of time on mine, but I want you to spend more time on yours. I'm just going to do a very quick sketch, okay? So I've got my house here. we have to draw the house to match our words. I put a square for my house and a triangle for my roof. We need to have a door in order to get in, right? Maybe some windows for our house. And then if we are going in the house, let's add us to the picture, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and just use some stick figures to have my people. So I start, see, I've got my head, and here's the body, and then the legs, and the arms, and they're called stick people because they look like they're made of sticks. And then I add my little face. So this is us going in the house. Now I can obviously take some time and add some more details, like maybe I want to add some grass. See how much better the picture is already starting to look with some details. Maybe I am going to shade in the roof so that my picture is more exciting to look at. I could put a chimney. Maybe there's a smoke in the fire. Smoke there because there's a fire in the fireplace. I could shade in some color in the windows. All right, so what I want you to do, friends, is I want you to work on your picture that matches your sentence. We go in the house. And when you are all done, will you please snap a picture of what your writing looks like and send it to me in Seesaw so that I can see it? I am so excited to see what your writing looks like. All right, boys and girls, have fun writing. Bye.